Hello anyone, welcome back to Fire Emblem Three Houses, where we had the episode that never ended yesterday, finally found a save point, and back into it. So I have a lot of extra battles coming up this month, I have seen on the schedule, so we shall see how that goes. Now I've only just woken up, I'm trying to get an extra episode done today because, according to my current maths, I may only be able to do maybe 2 routes before returning the Switch. But if the game doesn't take me as long as Nintendo said it would, then I might be safe. We'll have to see how long it takes me to finish this route. So yes, as you can see, many side battles this month. But before going into that, I'm going to look at the roster because I was talking to a friend who's playing this last night and she told me how to look at the crests. So, there we go. Crest of Flames, goddess who governs the world, occasionally restores HP equal to 30% of damage dealt, rarely raises might and stops counterattacks, very nice. Now what have Claude got? Minor Crest of Regan, sometimes restores HP, so similar to mine. Ugh, you have Minor Crest of Gloucester, occasionally raises might during magic attacks, which I never have him use. Wonderful. You don't have one, you don't have one, you have 2. Minor Crest of Charon, raises might, and the Crest of Gloucester, which is interesting because she has a better Crest of Gloucester than the Gloucester guy does. Interesting one. Right, you have Mystery Crest. Okay. That's interesting. Goneril. Combat to prevent counterattacks. Saint's Crest. Raises might when using recovery magic. Okay, that's that mystery solved. Now, we'll roll right into the supports I have before continuing.
Hello, Leonie. Busy as usual, I see.
Yep, lots to do. Not like you fancy nobles. Hey, can't you see all this stuff I'm carrying? Come on, move over already.
Alas, I cannot comply with your request.
Can't even ask a noble to take a step to the side, huh? That's a joke, right? You're kidding.
I hope so.
You've injured your foot. I could tell immediately by the way you are favoring it.
What?
Heavy lifting will only worsen the injury. Please, permit me to examine it.
Okay, you're doing a nice thing for once. I appreciate that.
Hey, cut that out. Isn't that improper or something, bowing to a commoner?
I am not bowing to you. I am tending your wound.
That's not what it'll look like. Hey, it's fine. Leave it.
Easing the burdens of the common folk is a natural obligation of the nobility. Now hold still and keep quiet for a moment, if you would be so kind.
Yeah, there's the superiority we've come to know and hate, but again, he's doing a nice thing, so I won't be as mean to him this time.
That's a real pretty way to talk about sitting around in castles doing nothing. Let me tell you, everyone in my village is so grateful to be taxed up to the eyeballs for the privilege of— Ow!
Oh, it's quite swollen. And you're feverish. Fortunately, I do have an ointment here that should be of use.
What? You just carry that stuff around with you?
Certainly. It won't do to be unprepared if I happen across someone in need.
I don't get you, Lawrence.
Me neither.
It seems I've neglected to pack bandages. I'm afraid this handkerchief will have to suffice.
What, that fancy thing? Bit of a waste, isn't it? Hey, no thanks. I don't need some noble's pity.
What about the help of a friend? I am as much that as I am a noble, if you recall.
More of your weird logic.
There, that should ease the pain. And since you are recovering, allow me to carry this burden for you as well. There we are. Now, farewell.
I really don't understand that guy.
No, but he wasn't terrible in that one. No annoyed groaning noises.
Oh no, I completely
Well done,
forgot
Lorenz.
to thank him.
It wasn't so bad.
Marianne, please accept my apologies for my behavior yesterday.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Asking you about your family like that was pretty insensitive of me. No matter how curious I am, that's no way to treat someone. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. You weren't being insensitive.
sensitive. I just didn't want to talk about it. I don't spend much time talking about myself. Not to people, anyway.
If not people, then with who? Unpeople? Non-people?
Well, yes. I'm much more comfortable talking to anyone who isn't a person.
I was actually joking, but now I'm mystified. Who is it you like to talk to?
Dorte the horse.
Ah, of course. Good old Dorte. And does he understand what you tell him?
We understand each other. He tells me when he's sleepy, or when his stomach hurts, or if his nose itches.
Sounds like a complainer, that Dorte. But let's table this fascinating discussion for just a moment. Now that we've gotten in some small talk, I'd like to know what you're hiding. You are hiding something, right? Your lineage, perhaps?
Didn't you just apologize for doing this?
No.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If it's all just idle gossip, that's fine too. But if it's something silly like, my ancestors were cursed, therefore I'm cursed, you should know that I won't accept that nonsense.
Love his voice there. But I guess this has something to do with her mystery
That sort of
crest.
thinking is stupid, and that's all there is to it. Say your ancestors were thieves. Does that make you a thief, even if you've never stolen a thing? Of course not.
But people have burdens to bear from the moment they're born. My burdens are so big that I'm sorry, I can't discuss this anymore.
People certainly are born with burdens. She's right about that. But Marianne, don't you know that you can choose not to carry them?
Okay. I wonder why all my supports are in red rather than in, Oh, yours are in red. Oh, blue is the available ones, okay, never mind. See how good I am in the morning. Right. Can I change these from here because... Lance and flying is not what I wanted. I wanted prancing and praying. Great, glad I could do that now. Yeah, I accidentally messed that up last night by pressing yes instead of no to a goal change. Right, let's see what we have. Tales of the Red Canyon, Death Toll, cheerful. So, Ignatz and Raphael, two sons of the merchant family, set out to put an end to a series of monster attacks on merchants in Alliance territory. Or Sothis has a request for you. At her insistence, you travel alone to the Red Canyon, followed by curious students. So that's available until, what, the 25th of January? This one's available until February, I think. Presumably. I'll leave those for now then. I'm gonna rest for today because I used my fancy sword recently. There we go. Let's instruct manually and hope I don't make as much of a mess as I did last time. Right. Oh, this is looking pretty good. Again, I'll skip this over if I don't do anything interesting. Okay. Didn't really do a lot, so... Big old axe is so much work, why bother where an animal friend with cute wings can carry me? That is possible. I forget what I've got you on at the moment, but why not? Let's go with it. As long as she's still got the axe, I'll use it.
You know I won't go easy on you just because you're a noble, right?
Absolutely. Let's share the burden equally. We are friends after all.
As long as that's clear. Let's get to it.
Okay, so that
We did
dialogue
well.
changed a little bit.
You're pretty impressive, Lawrence.
The same to you. We deserve equal praise.
He's being alright this episode. Good for him.
Now I see the heart of it.
Okay then. So there's that done. Now, what do I want to do this time? I wanted to have a look at certifications, because apparently I have someone who can do advanced class now. Oh, Claude. What's his option here? Sniper. Well, I'm not going to change them yet, but it's fun to look at the options. Right, this time we are going to do a battle. And this is the only week we can do this one, so rare enemies approaching. Suggested level is 20, which isn't good. My reward is meat. But let's have a go. It could go horribly, I guess we'll find out. Good old Fish of Mystery event. Sounds like a joy. Let's have a look at this then. Oh, is that a monster? Ooh, it is. The King of Wings. These guys are all level 20 and a lot of them are armoured units, so this should be fun. Let's move my magic users to the forefront then. We'll give it a go. It might end badly, but just check no one's got any broken weapons. Right, let's attempt this.
Ready anytime.
Who, me?
Leave it to me. Let us away.
I stand ready.
Stay focused.
Gonna
Let's
stick
get
with
to
my
it.
usual let's get in a formation so we're a bit safer that way pose. Oh. Why are they all going backwards? Oh, it's a separate thing. Oh, so they want to fight it as well. I wonder if I get that dark stone if I'm the one who kills it. If I do, then I want that, because that could be cool. Okay, now I know what I'm dealing with more. I'm gonna head back to the start,
Who, me?
just because I want to head straight towards the
Leave it
bird,
to me.
if I can.
Let us away.
Ready anytime.
I got this. Ready and willing.
Who, me? Let's get to it.
So I know this isn't making a huge amount of difference, but I am moving forwards a little bit
stand ready.
faster.
Stay focused. Allow me to demonstrate.
Yeah, because this way they're coming to attack me rather than the bird, and I want to fight the bird. Well, I don't really want to, but I think it would benefit me if I do get that bird stone. Oh good. Love it when they attack Lysithea.
I just worked harder. I don't have time for failure.
I want the bird. So I'm wondering if it does drop the dark stone, does that work like a crest stone? The way everyone thinks it does? Ugh. I'm not used to playing in here in the morning and the sunlight has just gone directly into my eyes. Wonderful. I'm getting more used to clicking on the right square. I had a lot of issues in the first few episodes with misplacing my units effectively, because I kept clicking on the wrong thing. I'm getting better at it now.
You fought well.
Okay, that won't really help. Looking at the bird, I think it's definitely got more than one full HP bar on it. There's a little red diamond shape near it. There it is. Underneath its HP bar, and I think that means it'll refill itself. Whoa! That was cool. Anyway, let's take out some of these guys.
To lose.
And you didn't.
Oh well.
You underestimated me.
I'm thinking too hard about this, aren't I?
I put in some work.
That outfit does weirdly suit
Don't
her.
expect much more than
And if you would go and heal Flane.
how lovely.
And we fill in the gaps a little bit for support purposes. Yeah, we'll leave that guy alone for now, because I honestly forgot he was there. Have I not moved yet, Leonie? Okay. You can't do anything meaningful damage to him, so I'll just put you in that gap. Love it when turns happen and there's literally no damage to anyone. So ideally we want to surround the bird when we get to it, because if it does its weird sky attack it did before, having everyone in front of it like this will be a problem. At least it's still picking off those guys. Right.
I'm a bit uneasy.
friends can actually do something for once.
I am still far from my best.
Okay. Get rid of that guy.
Was that helpful?
Yes, it was.
I think it's coming along.
Good for you. And this guy's heavy armoured, isn't he? So I'll leave him to Lysithea. You can attack this guy.
Sorry, don't know my own strength.
Very nice.
Huh.
So steadfast.
I have no idea who said that. I think it was Flame. And get rid of that guy.
Of course I won.
Yeah, you did.
My efforts are paying off.
Okay, those guys are all armoured units, and I don't really want to be taking those on with my non-magic people. So I'll begin by getting people to the other side of the bird. There we go. Hope Flame doesn't die. I don't want Seteth to kill me. Nice of these guys to be weakening the giant bird monster for me a bit. Oh dear. Yeah, that's the thing I wanted to avoid too many people being hit by. Right, so let's finish off these guys.
I'm so sorry.
Who knew?
I like the way magic works in this game, that you don't actually have to buy them tomes. They just kind of get on with it.
I am maturing at a rapid pace.
Oh.
Think not.
Well, that was pointless. Note to self, look at the battle stats next time.
That's the golden deer for you.
I'm really sorry.
Okay, is that everyone except the bird now?
Is this power really mine?
Not quite. But we're close, so let's begin to surround the bird.
I'll manage.
Oh, can we not move? No, in that case... let's heal up. Good choice, Thief. Oh dear.
I must go.
Why couldn't it have been rubbish when attacking Flame like it was rubbish when attacking the thieves? Okay, for now let's just continue to try and circle it in.
Let's get to it.
I may regret this later, we'll find out. Oh, I have move again. Oops, didn't mean to do that, but oh well.
You underestimated me. Aha! I'm getting it!
Right, this should be fun.
How vexing.
No! Right, time to start just taking this thing down from all sides. Preferably with range. Oh, can it also do range? Yes. So it doesn't really matter, basically. Oh, it's confused. Nice. Can it stay confused, please? Right, health number 1 is down.
I'm still not satisfied.
Yeah, so it did only have 1 extra health.
Ready anytime.
Okay, that's a bad. You can come and heal Marianne.
I'm sorry. I could use a break.
Okay, so I broke its armor. That's handy.
Each battle.
Yeah, we did it! Was that all I got? I wanted the bird stone. Rusted bow. I suppose it can probably be restored to something. That's a mechanic I haven't used really at all this game. Guess I'll get to turn into big animals later. Dear lord. The cats are doing something upstairs, I don't know what, but it's making some concerning sounds. Loud crashing noises from above. Let's just do this automatically this time. I don't really change a lot. Yeah, let's partake in the festivities.
I like this dish. It was my father's favorite. This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
Nice. Any questions?
Strange. I really thought we'd do better than this.
Perhaps my overly restrictive mindset is to blame.
Okay, I wonder if I need to start changing them out if they're not doing so well. Oh, Marianne's birthday. I'll host a tea party for her. I like her. Berry blend, southern fruit blend, mint leaves or Angelica tea. Let's go with this.
Did you need something from me? Thank you very much. So nice and warm. Huh?
Courtyard couple, dining partners, thanks for everything.
Yes. Yes.
Monastery mysteries, tell me about yourself, reliable allies, I think that one.
Yes, that's correct.
Nice.
Yes.
Relaxing at the sauna, perfect recipes, a word of advice. Wonderful.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
Praise, blush, or commend. Let's just blush. Oh. I didn't think she'd want to talk anymore, but I was apparently wrong.
Thank you very much for the tea. I look forward to doing this again.
This is quite a nice little side thing. I enjoy the tea parties. Right. Are these going to be the same battles? Yeah, so they're available for a while longer. I am going to explore today, I think. And I believe I saw a brawling event going on at the training centre, so let's head there first, because I actually have someone who's good for that.
What?
Won that.
Again, how come I only get training gauntlets when they get iron? Oh, here comes the speedy cat. Hey, more cat. My Tranquil. She's a good girl. Raphael's Avoid must be good.
Sorry. Don't know my own strength.
Quill is weirdly long-haired for a short-haired cat, and so when her tail bushes up if she's spooked, it is absolutely magnificent. She's a pretty tiny thing already, and when she's spooked her tail is wider than she is. It's adorable.
Sorry. Don't know my own strength.
She seems alright at the moment though. Don't you, Quill? She's watching me with judgment. If he hits me both times, I'm out. Yeah. That was a pretty good match though. We got a long way. Wait. No, that's just the thing. Okay. Let's have a look for quests.
Right.
Don't like interfering squabbles between noble brats, but the parents complain if I don't. It's annoying. Could be entertaining to make the parents fight instead. Yeah! I appreciate that. Looked at the notes in this box before, it seems like everyone's always worried and complaining about stuff. Is everyone really that bad off? That is a major invasion of privacy. Worry often leads to growth. A lot of these concerns are a bit trivial. Worry often leads to growth. Yep, nice. And one more note. If I find love, won't be able to live without money. I'd like to get married someday, but I refuse to go back to being poor. What should I pursue? Strive for both. Nice. That went surprisingly well. Okay, time to get some quests.
What is it?
Satith.
I'm in the middle of my daily duties. I assume you know by now that the four saints are all-important figures in the teachings of Seros. Still, I have a particular fondness for Saint Sethlene.
Well, your sister does have her crest.
I have something to ask of you.
Missing students. That's deeply concerning. Is the guy here?
Need something?
Yeah. Let's get
Is this
riding
one?
times 2.
You're all set.
Then Divine Pulse, but that goes to sword skills. And I would like sword skills.
This one?
So let's get that.
You're all set.
And then I can get one more of these. Divine Pulse, Flying, or Heavy Armor. Let's go with Flying
This
just
one?
because.
You're all set. See you again soon.
Yep. Right. There's a few places to go to talk to people.
Hey.
Torn poster. Was that really it? Is that all I have to find? Seems easy. Well, I won't complain about it being easy. That's why I'm on normal mode.
Well done. You have my thanks.
Need to investigate Flane's case further. It's getting a bit weirdly dark in this one. And if we're having students kidnapped on a regular basis, that's deeply unfortunate. It's not going to end well for good old Greg Monastery, I'd guess.
Of the 4 or 5 years since I started here, this is certainly the busiest.
It was 4. I've been here 5.
Ah, what's a year here or there? Don't be petty now, Shamir.
You count your enemies the same way.
If I take care of them quickly, what does it matter how many there are? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you, Professor.
As you were saying, it's been a busy year. There never seemed to be enough hands for the work.
That reminds me. Do you have that thing? If you do, we want it.
Want? No, we need it. Give it to me, not her.
Hey now, I'm the one who brought it up. We may be friends, but that's just rude.
A 2-toned whetstone.
Hey you, do me a favor.
I guess?
Of the 4 or...
It was 4.
Ah,
You count...
if I...
As you...
That
Oh
won't...
dear
Hey now.
lord.
I have a favor to ask.
Right. Looks like I can get this in here. I do appreciate how easy it makes the quests in this game.
Professor, what have you got there? That's... my goodness,
Oh, he wants
that
the
is
crest
just
thing.
what I've been looking for. I can offer nothing more than this. But I do ask, I am in your debt, Professor.
Is this just starting a random running around quest?
Hey, wait a minute. What you've got there, isn't that... Please, could you let me have that? Here, fantastic. Thanks, Professor. You have no idea how happy...
Right, so who wants that one? I'm assuming someone will trade it for a 2-toned whetstone eventually. Also, I hope. Right, who wants the fire amulet? Or the fire emblem?
Hey, you.
Yeah,
Hey,
Cyril does.
Professor, I picked this up, but... Oh hey, it worked out perfectly. Want to trade me what you're holding for it? Thanks, Professor. This is great.
Glowing stone. Who wants the glowing stone? Someone off the cathedral. This one's a lot of running around. Not that I'm complaining, it's just a lot of running around. Running around the monastery. before running into a flower bed because I can't camera angle correctly.
Hello, Professor. What's that you've got there? Would you mind trading it with me for this? Oh, thank you so much. I'll be
Path of
sure to
Dawn.
take great care of it.
Sounds like a night game.
Professor? If it's not too much of a bother, thank you so much. I'll treasure it forever.
Dear Lord, what is going on?
That's a nice thing you have there. Why don't you trade it for this? Excellent doing business with you,
Oh,
Professor.
finally.
I've always wanted to say that.
Thanks, Linhart. Right. Not fast travel. Okay, they're both in the stable now. Just to make my life that much more difficult if I'd walked to where they'd been. Okay, which one of you
brought
gave
it,
me better
Professor?
items?
How? You can't even give it here.
Excuse me. I asked first. Why don't we let the professor decide?
I don't remember, and I like them both, but Catherine's been more helpful to me thus far, so I'll go with her.
Seems the professor likes you better than me.
Thanks. Here's your prize. I knew I could count on you.
Sword, whetstone, etc. Okay. That's that. Got that. Right. Let's head to the dining hall. So many lost items I haven't managed to return. Also, this is the entrance hall, not the dining hall.
Hello. You know, Professor, the tournament fish, and the meal we indulged in after the Battle of the Eagle and Lion? Why, all of the food I've eaten in this monastery has been absolutely delectable. Every last bite of it.
Food really is the only thing you think about, huh?
Hardly. I think about all sorts of things.
Oh, like tomorrow's menu, for instance? I have a request.
Mock battle. Yeah. I'll have to do that on another day, I assume. Back to the cathedral. Well, I'm going kind of near the cathedral, but it's my closest fast travel point. Wrong button.
I could use your help.
Oh dear. It's another love letter. It's another love letter. I am not managing to talk today, am I? Who's this one for? Is this going to be for Rhea? Why do the students continue to send love letters to teachers? It's weird.
Really?
To be fair, it did say a reverent
Professor.
letter, I guess.
Do you ever wish you could return to your life as a mercenary?
Nah, I do enough fighting here.
Is that so? I suppose you have become accustomed to your new line of work. This month's assignment will again take you outside of Garrickmach, to Ramire Village. It was in Ramire that you first met Alois and the rest of his order, was it not?
Oh, okay.
Half a year has come and gone since then. How quickly time passes.
Right, so I'm in the middle of the school one. Because I think it's only meant to last a year. Oh, of course it's a love letter.
I appreciate that.
Do I have to report back to the guy? Yes. First I'll pick this up, whatever it is. Let's go from this direction for once. Make things a bit different. Can I not get out through here? No. Ran right through the door there. Okay. Hi, Mother. Yeah, I've definitely gone the wrong way here. Oh well, I tried.
Impressive. Thanks.
Thank you.
You do not look well. Are you sure you aren't coming down with a cold or some other ailment? Please, visit a doctor before your situation worsens. I suppose the infirmary is also an option. Though when I went there the other day, I was unable to receive medical guidance, as Professor Manuela was drunk and fast asleep on the floor.
Wow. Okay, so going back to the whole illness thing, at the end of last episode we fainted in front of our dad. And the villagers have apparently been showing weird symptoms. So I don't know if those things are connected. I wonder if Manuela would tell me anything helpful about whether I look ill.
Hey, I know you figure medicine and magical healing are two ways to do the same thing, but it's way deeper than that. Medicine is all about preventing infection and suppressing symptoms with, well, medicine. That's probably obvious. But magical healing is focused on closing up wounds faster, raising a body's vital energy. Stuff like that.
Okay. Different seed types now to plant them. Great. I really ought to be focusing more on these lost items, but I just
you figure
haven't got
medicine
round to it.
but
Let's do some faculty training. Then I'm gonna head to the dining hall. Running around. So speedy. Oh, hello.
They say that things rarely, if ever, go according to plan. Still, plan we must. After all, if we don't effectively force things to go our way, nothing will be achieved. How about you, Professor? Are you leading the life you envisioned for yourself?
Not particularly. Given that I kind of ended up here by accident. Okay, Leonie likes this and needs motivating. And these guys don't mind it and need motivating, so who should I bring? Bring him. Because why not?
That looks delicious.
I'll fondly remember eating this meal with you.
Actually, I wonder if I can just do this repeatedly. Okay.
That smell. It's
I'm gonna
amazing.
eat like 3
My
lunches.
fave, in fact. This is delicious.
May as well. Who still needs motivating? Lysithia, Lorenz, and Hilda. Let's go for these two. Totally not avoiding Lorenz. I can't tell if it's meant to be Lorenz like
really
Lawrence
takes my worries away.
or Lorenz. I think it's Lorenz, but yeah.
Yummy! Who made
Anyway, that's all that stuff. Oh, I can do actual supports with them instead of just having to walk around and talk to them. Oh, no I can't. Okay then. Claude and Flame, this could be fun.
As expected, I am not finding anything at all.
Flame, are you looking for something in particular?
Oh, I was just hoping for general reading that might illustrate the lives of city dwellers.
Right. Well, there should be regional records somewhere around here.
I haven't need of official records or anything of the like. Just some light reading on the subject.
Light reading? What do you mean by that?
Oh, you know, books that cover things like what types of activities young people enjoy, how they spend their free time.
You are definitely pretending to be a young person.
Popular fashions and trends, things of that sort. And even, perhaps, stories about romance.
Are we going to come back after the time skip and Flame's just going to be the exact same age?
Ah, I see what you're getting at. Try asking a traveling merchant. I hear they keep stock of books like that. As for here, I don't think you're gonna find much aside from a bunch of stuffy records. We do get new books donated on a fairly regular basis, but then Sedith, well, you know.
My brother? I am afraid I do not follow.
Apparently, he directly approves every book before it's allowed to grace these shelves. You know, to make sure nothing inappropriate gets through.
So that's how he knows all the books in the library.
I see. I did not realize he had a hand in such things. Well, I suppose it really is no use searching here.
Why were you looking for those sorts of books anyway?
Well, truth be told, I am not particularly well versed in the ways of ordinary people. Sedith never taught me of such things, and he strictly forbade me from spending much time out and about on my own.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might be the case. Sounds like Sedith.
I understand and appreciate that he acted from a place of concern, of course.
Without a doubt. It's obvious that you're his whole world, for better or worse. By the way, I've been wondering, are you two from a noble family? You've clearly had a rather high-class upbringing, and both of you have crests. That can only mean you come from a prominent bloodline, right?
Why was this one not called Fire Emblem Bloodlines? That's all everyone seems to care about.
Of course not. No, you are mistaken.
So, your refined way of speaking isn't because of your upbringing?
I was not aware that my speech differed so greatly from my companions. Do I really sound so formal to you?
Yes.
Well, look, don't worry too much about it. I'm probably just overthinking things. Probably.
That was fun. Right, any other quests to do today? No.
Hey, Professor. Can I get your advice on something? I just don't know what to do anymore. I used to think they were the best, but now I can't even stand looking at them.
What kind of food are we talking about here? I don't think either of these are the right advice, but it's okay to be worried, I guess.
But worrying about it won't solve my problems. What if I can never eat fish again?
I should have gone for the other one. Oh well. Right, gonna end the day. Oh, it's the end of the month already. Good grief. Yes, let's talk.
Great timing, Professor. I was just going to come find you. Are you busy? I have a question about formations. I don't understand them at all. Are the speed of battle and the terrain connected somehow? There's too much to memorize.
You don't have to remember everything.
I don't? Then what do I have to know? I think I understand the basics. To start, you just... Ah, okay. I think I've got it. Thanks for the help, Professor. Brains and brawn. You've really got it all. With your help, I should have no trouble becoming a proper knight.
But what about getting a proper shirt? Why does he want to be a knight?
Huh? Didn't I tell you? My parents were merchants of the Alliance. They died in an accident.
That I did know from other supports.
That's why it's up to me to look after my little sis. I'm not great with bookkeeping, so I don't think I'd make a good merchant. I talked to Grandpa, and he suggested I become a knight. So I sold all our valuables and used the money to pay my way into the academy. My sis won't survive if I get kicked out, so I can't give up now.
Had you no other options? Did you consider being a mercenary? Let's go with number 1.
I might have tried being a mercenary if I didn't have my little sis to look after. Mercenaries have no responsibilities, and no one else to worry about.
Sounds like an easier life, okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to skip over that.
But someone's gotta take care of my little sis. So, that's out of the question. Serving as a knight in a noble house is more secure. And you don't have to worry about dying, unless there's a war.
Cue a war?
My sis has been through so much. I don't want her to have to worry about me.
That's nice.
Hey, do you have any siblings, Professor?
No.
Then you probably think I'm missing, but working hard for my sister isn't too bad.
Keep double-clicking. Good grief.
Call it a burden, call it a challenge. If it makes my sister happy, I'm happy too. You should ask your father to have some more kids. Anyway, that's why I've got to become a proper knight.
He's sweet. Okay, mission time. I'll just double check I've got everything I need. I got given that strange bow by the bird. Oh, can be forged into a silver bow. Okay. We'll try that sometime, but for now, mission it is. This could be depressing.
We've got to go. Now.
What's going on, or okay? I mean, okay, but what is going on?
The situation in Ramire Village has changed drastically. We don't know much more than that. We're hearing reports that the villagers are killing each other. Some say houses are burning.
Oh boy.
Regardless, we need to move.
Yeah, this sounds bad.
Kill! Kill!
That portrait is really creepy. Oh, I don't like looking at it. Ugh. Ugh. Man, the VAs must have had fun with this one.
Please help!
What's going on here?
This is unbelievable. There's no way to tell who's lost their mind from who's mad with fear.
The creepy zombie face is probably an indicator.
If we don't act quickly, things are just going to keep getting worse.
It is horrifying, but what can we do?
How about we hit him hard enough to knock him out, but not hard enough to kill him?
That's too reckless. But I'll admit I can't think of a better option.
If some must die, just know it was by the will of the goddess.
Stop that, Marianne. We have to save all of them. There's no way this madness is by the will of the goddess.
Nobles are responsible for the safety of the commoners. By the honor of House Gloucester, I swear that I will save them all.
I appreciate your sentiment, if not your wording.
Claude, there are some strange-looking people here.
So you noticed too. Look, there's a suspicious group hiding amongst the villagers. Could they be the culprits? If so...
They will not be forgiven. I won't let them escape. The "they will not be forgiven" makes me sound a lot like the creepy church people who continue to execute everyone.
There you have it. Our objective is clear. Take down that suspicious group and rescue the villagers.
I assume they'll be obvious. So in this, is knocking out the villagers just the same as killing the bad guys? If I have to not kill them, that will be difficult. Let's have a look. Rampaging villagers. Normal villager. Oh, here we go. It is! It's Tomas! But he's down as an ally, so I wonder if he's going to fight on our side or not. But people have been saying he looks suspicious. So we want to get the mysterious soldiers. Is there any way to escape from this map? It doesn't look like it. So we probably don't have to worry about that. I can get whatever's in that chest if I send Aurora over there, because she's a thief and therefore has lockpick. We also want to save the villagers if we can. But I don't think I'll be able to without flyers, which makes me feel bad. Right, we're just gonna have to go for it, I think. Yeah, I can bring everyone. I'll just store that broken sword. There we go. Okay. Time to fight. Oh, Jarrell can't die.
There are some suspicious-looking ruffians out there, but our top priority is to rescue the villagers. Got it? I'll rein in the villagers who've turned violent. You focus on rescuing the others.
That's a lot of them, okay.
Let's get to it.
Kill! Kill!
I don't like these guys. They're scary. Oh yeah, move again. Keep forgetting you can do that.
Let us away.
Oh, I can't quite reach him. Hopefully that counts as knocking them out, not killing them. I guess we'll find out. Okay, if I send Aurora in the direction of that one. Sorry to interrupt myself, but my capture card died, it froze, and I didn't notice until the battle was over and it was too late. So I originally missed the event that came at the end of this episode, but my dear friend let me record it from her Switch. So I have the footage, I'm going to do my best to make it sync up at least vaguely with my audio, and I'm sorry if this is a mess, but believe me, it's better than the plot summary I tried to do before that, so thanks again to my friend, hopefully this will work somewhat.
Looks like we somehow managed to sort things out, and casualties were kept to a minimum.
They said they weren't picky about who they used as their test subjects.
Because of them, the people of Remire Village.
There you are.
Oh, hey friend.
That armor. So, you're the Flame Emperor.
Yes. I believe you have met my subordinate, the Death Knight.
Couple of times, yeah.
Oh, we've met all right. But back to you. You're the one responsible for the destruction of this village.
Do not get the wrong idea.
What in blazes does that mean?
It is true that I am working with Solon.
Sorry to interrupt again, but we missed that bit. Solon is a dark mage who caused the whole zombie villager thing by experimenting on them. He was disguised as Tomas the librarian, so everyone was right to be suspicious of him in the monastery. And I swear this is the last awkward plot recap, I'm sorry.
But that does not mean our objectives are the same.
Well, good for you on that.
Had
but,
I known they planned to do this, I would have stopped it. You have my word.
Still a bad thing.
Your words are meaningless. Now, I'll have to insist that you accompany us back to the monastery.
I cannot abide that. However, if you wish to join forces, I will hear your plea.
What?
If If left to their own devices, they will commit countless more violent acts like this one. Do you not wish to prevent that?
Yes, but this seems like a poor idea.
With the sword of the Creator on our side, Solon would not be a threat.
Oh man. I wonder if this is a major decision. Because I don't want to join his cause.
Pity,
I must refuse.
Not unexpected. Pray that you do not live to regret your choice.
I wonder what happens if you pick the other one.
Gerald, Professor, have you seen Claude?
What's wrong, kid? Huh? Oh, damn it! He's gone.
Everyone teleports away. Anyway, I hope Claude's okay. Claude. Buddy.
Hey, I've been meaning to talk to you. Since coming to the monastery, you've changed.
You mean I've what, smiled twice? That seems to be the most changing I ever do.
You've been angry since we first arrived in Remire Village. And you look so happy when you're instructing the brats. Before the monastery, I'd never seen you bear your emotions like that.
Ah yes,
Not once.
Byleth of the blank face.
Then perhaps it's a good thing we came to the monastery. If only so I could see your face lit up like that.
I like him. I hope he doesn't die.
Maybe there was never any reason for us to leave the monastery in the first place.
Wasn't I born after you left the monastery? I would have thought that you would have been.
I've put my foot in my mouth, haven't I? Though I suppose it may be nearly that time. Come to my office when you next have a moment to spare. There's something I need to tell you.
You mean I might actually learn something about me?
Just what was that about? I can't recall a time of old when you were at the monastery. I wonder what is hiding in the mist that is your past.
You, apparently. Sothis, Sothis, Poundlantiki, whatever.
Hey, Teach. That assignment wasn't my favorite, I've
Yeah,
got to
it
admit.
would.
I suppose pretending to be unaffected doesn't do anyone any good. That was terrible to behold. It's always hard to see innocents die.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, all you can do is keep smiling, keep marching. That's part of a leader's job. You can't give in to despair. Not just for me or for you, but for all of us in the Golden Deer House. We have to keep smiling so the others can move forward too. As long as we don't show that we're disheartened, they'll know they can make it too. That's what matters. Sorry for getting ahead of myself, Teach. That's how I feel, but how you handle it is really up to you. By the way, I hear that guy who calls himself the Flame Emperor showed up in Remire Village.
He did.
I couldn't believe it when Hilda told me the news.
He showed up while
What
Claude
could he
was
be
missing.
after?
Have we ever seen him and Claude in the same room? I doubt you're the Flame Emperor, but I really hope you're not. I can't remember if I've ever seen you together.
I know I just laughed, but that really isn't funny, Teach. World domination. Okay, actually, I wonder. They called this incident an experiment, and they said they got what they came for. That means they might take this success and attempt something even bigger next time. I hate to even consider it, but if they can replicate the incident at Remire Village on an even larger scale...
Yeah, that's what we don't
If we're
want.
not careful, we'll have a full-scale war on our hands. Then world domination wouldn't be a joke anymore. Flame, your timing is impeccable. Would you care to join us for a while, fair lady?
What? Why? Oh my.
Damn, she gave us the slip. In any case, I doubt she knows the full story. It seems more like she has something on her mind that she can't divulge.
You're pushing too hard, we can't go easy on her. I mean, both are true, but he hasn't been pushing too hard. Oh no!
Whoa there, settle yourself,
Claude.
Teach.
I wish I could change that then.
Seems
I
like
want
it
him
would
to
be better
like
to
me.
push Seth for or best of all, to go above his head and ask Rhea. Now that we know Tomas was an enemy, we can't be sure that exposing the church's secrets would be to our benefit.
I
Where
really
are
doubt
the
it will be a
answers
good
I
thing
seek?
given the church's reaction to
Where
that.
are they?
I don't know, Claude. I don't know. Hi everyone. I know I promised the last plot recap was the last one, but I've just finished the edit and realised we missed our monthly debrief with Rhea. Not much to cover there, other than her being angry about Tomas infiltrating the monastery, but she did mention both that Tomas had been working there for literally decades, and also that he was recommended by Lysithia's family, which is interesting. The only other thing of note in that was Rhea mentioning that the goddess's name is Sothis, which really surprised the Sothis in our head. So she and Byleth Aurora are keeping it to themselves for now, even though from a gameplay perspective it was kind of obvious. Anyway, sorry that this episode turned into a bit of a disaster, but after I lost the footage on this, I kept a really close eye on my capture card through the rest of the series, so this should be the only one with these issues. Thanks for putting up with it. I hope everything lined up kind of okay, and I'll see you next time. Bye!